Alright, so I'm gonna have some fun. Not really, but... Big surprise, no one wanted to buy the Equinox on Craigslist or spoke English well enough to want to buy it that bad. So I'm just gonna bring it to CarMax tomorrow. Because they said they'll take it, don't care what's wrong with it. So, I'm just gonna throw the stock radio, even though the harness is fucked up. I'm gonna put it back in. Hopefully this thing starts. It hasn't started in a while. Oh, the Ford. So I'm just gonna take the radio I have in there now out, because I want that radio to go in the RAV4. Just so I can play my iPod in it. And take this Jensen piece of crap unit out. I mean, it does the job, it's not that bad. So I'm gonna do that. But the old Ford is blocking me in. So I'm gonna have to be creative how to get out of here. Alright. It starts, dude. It's a great car. I won't buy it. Won't buy it. AC works. Yeah. Alright, so wish I had some daylight to do this. But off-roading it. Yeah, oh, look, oh my god. You can see the brakes on this. She's like, I think I'm cheese. Okay, it's flat. Let me try it. There's a fucking cicada in my garage. Look at the size of that fucking thing. Get out of there, you asshole! Get out of there! Big motherfucker. I could just shut the garage door. He's right where the door is. Let's see if he'll stay there. Wow! That was probably the easiest problem I've ever solved. So, e-brake out of the way. Pop this bottom panel off. Unplug the window switches. Turn the car to on. I can do that. Now I need to take the shifty thingy off. There it is. The old shifty out of there. Yeah, the fun button doesn't unplug for some stupid reason, so I just gotta lay this console out of the way. And I can put the car back in park and shut it off. So nothing's live here. And here's my wonderful harness splice. Because this is before I knew how to, like, actually the proper way to do a radio install. For some reason I remembered Chevy likes to use 7s on all their trim bolts instead of 10s. So 7s. Here's the harness for the car. You're not supposed to cut it and splice to it like I did. You're supposed to buy the plug adapter so you can plug an adapter into the factory harness and then wire it to your plugs. So don't do that. I'm just gonna cut all these. So there's my power harness. I would be splicing the factory connectors back on, but as you saw in the other video, I cut them too short on the connector side, so I can't really splice them. But I don't know what CarMax is going to do with this car, so I don't really even care. So it's not going to get a radio, working radio. The only one I'm going to worry about, I'm actually going to put a B connector on it. I lied, it's getting a butt connector. Just so that doesn't short anything out. Take this stupid thing. I can plug all the shit back in this thing. I think this cicada's still alive somehow. Alright. Now I'm going to steal these brackets. So the cool thing about Toyota radios is they actually have the mounting brackets you need on the radio, and they come off. So you're just going to steal these, and they usually have the holes mapped out for most aftermarket radios. But if not, I've drilled holes in these before to mount them to aftermarket radios. So I'm just going to steal this bracket, both of them, steal both these brackets, and put them on the other radio. Alright, put this with the collection of OEM radios. Probably get one of these to work. Always a little creative when we get these mounts going. Two is more than enough though for this radio. Just got a test fit in there so far with this, and it seems to sit where I want it. And I got trim pieces, a kit to cover these in when it goes in, but it looks like she's mounted in the right spot, so I'll finish up. I gotta make up the wiring harness before I can go any farther. So the next step is to make up the harness. So you need one of these little harness adapter kits, because these plug right into the OEM connectors of your car, so you don't have to cut the harness. And these are the plugs that go to the radio. So on the back of the package here, they say what wire does what, like what color on the harness does what, speaker, switch to power, stuff like that, turn on. And the same on the radio. And the radio actually has it printed right on top of it. So just make that up, do a nice splice. I'll use some butt connectors instead of beans this time. Let's see how that goes. Alright, so now you notice that in our harnesses we have a lot of the same colors. And for the most part they do just match color for color. But say I have brown here on the radio side and I don't have brown in any of the harness side. So that's when I come to my wiring diagram here. So brown is for phone mute. We don't have that, so I'm actually just going to cut that off again because I don't need it. And that's how you figure out what's what when you're confused. So now we've got all these nice wires with butt connectors on them. And we have to match them to what they are in the harness. So here's something important. So this orange wire is illumination, which is going to come on the car when you turn the headlights on. But this radio doesn't need that. But this is still going to have 12 volts on it, probably, when the car is running. So this is on the car side, so I'm just going to cut it off. And I mean, it wouldn't hurt to put something over it so it doesn't ground out. Alright, here's the harness all made up. These two go to the radio, these two go to the car's harness, and it's kind of annoying. It's like a zigzag kind of harness looking thing. But I could tape it up a little bit, I guess. Alright, so that's a little bit cleaner. It's kind of like one sawed tail now. So we'll go ahead and throw it in the car. So, trim the bracket, the trim thing a little bit so it'll fit around the bracket and sit somewhere like that. But of course, none of the mounting holes line up in the thing, so I'm just going to silicone the guy on there to the bracket, and then some tape around to hold it in. Probably leave the tape on because I'm going to throw it in as long as it stays and dries. It'll be good. Look at that, it's like a little Play-Doh factory. All popped up. There's these little tabloids on the car. These guys are fucking over the program, so I'm going to show them what. Well, she should fit like a champ. Yeah, we did. Now, I should probably test it at this point before I put the rest of the trim back on. But I'm not really too worried about it. Alright. Now let's see if she works. Oh boy. She's got power. Yeah, we did. Every time I use my drill to screw in a just trim plastic, I always set the torque kind of low, because plastic will just strip out and it's going to leave a headache. Alright, sounds pretty good. Oh, fun dash install. It's pretty good. I would have liked a brand new head unit, but this one does me by. Didn't cost anything. Whole project cost, I think, like maybe $15, and just his trim and the harness. I think the trim kit costs more than the harness probably. Whatever, looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. So that's a radio install. Yay.